them take. No more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come for my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol, pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you slide in through that door, it's a semi. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey everyone, good to see each and every one of you. Darlene, good to see you. BitBite, good to see you, love you. Baby brother, good to see you, love you. Gator girl's in the house. Hey Gator girl, good to see you, love you, praying for you. You better be listening to the nurse. I got eyes everywhere. So you better be listening and resting and taking care of yourself. Okay, Gator girl, I'm watching you. I'm like that song, Private Eyes is watching you. They're everywhere. I'm watching. Susan, good to see you. Love you. Hope you're having a great day, a wonderful day. SL20, my brother, good to see you. Love you. Hope you're doing well also. And Bitba on Rumble, good to see you. Love you. Okay, Gator girl, darling, keep your eye on this one. This Gator girl here, she's a little frisky. She likes to be sneaky. Keep your eyes on her. Stay sharp. But we love you, Gator girl. We're praying for you. And we know who's the healer. He's a way maker, and he's the healer. He's the comforter. He's everything that we need, and that's God. And we're believing and trusting that He's going to touch you and heal you. In Jesus' name. You know, you're kind of like the glue that keeps us together. You better straighten up and fly right, Missy. Yep, see, Darlene's already on the watch here. She's watching you, girl. She's got you. She's got your number. And on Rumble, Gator Girl SL20 and Susan says hey, and they're praying for you also. And we're all believing in healing and a miracle. So, and we know God can do it. But we have to trust and believe in Him. And I'm trusting and believing. Alrighty. Rumble family, she said thank you. I don't know if that, I think I got that big enough. The biggest it will go. Let me check one thing real quick. Yeah, it's on big and regular. Okay, that's as big as it'll go. All right. Okay. I've been on these, well, y'all, I stayed with my dad a while today. And I was on YouTube streets because he was napping most of the time, because when he gets them treatments, you know, they kind of make him not feel well. So he was napping most of the time. So I was on YouTube streets waiting on him to wake up. And I found this one. And I showed my dad this one, and he laughed. He said, "That reminds me of what you did to me when you was little, but you put too much of it in the pot." So here's I think his name's Cledence. Here's him talking about his wife, what she did to him.
Hey, good morning. So y'all know I'm a big coffee drinker. Love coffee. Amanda, on the other hand, not a big fan. Don't fool with it much. But this morning we got up early, and Amanda said, "You want me to fix you some coffee?" And I said, "That'd be great. Thank you. I'm gonna get up in about 15 minutes and I'll get it." And she said, "Well, what do you want in it?" And I said, "Well, just a pretty good bit of cream and coffee and maybe a half a Splenda will do it." So she said, "Okay, I got it." So she gets ready to go to the gym. She hollers at me and says, "Hey, your coffee's ready. Go in there and grab it." And so I get up. It was iced coffee, of course, and that's why I like so much cream in it or whatever. And so I went in here to get it, and I took a big old drink. I mean, you know, that first good cup, and it's iced coffee anyway. Now, hot coffee, you can't do that, but iced coffee, you can. So I flipped it up, started drinking it, try to get my buzz going this morning. And the next thing you know, I start gagging and choking, and I'm thinking, holy hell, she's trying to kill me. What does she put in this coffee? And I want y'all to look. I'm fixing to show you what my wife put in my iced coffee. Look here.
Sounds like something I would do.
She thought it was cream, and it's 100% liquid egg whites. She thought that was the creamer that went in the coffee and filled that cup right there half full of egg whites. And I'm telling you, I have gagged. I don't know that I'll ever drink coffee again, ever. I mean, it was the god-awfulest tasting stuff. Can you imagine egg whites on top of coffee at 5:15 in the morning? Well, it just happened to me. So I'm going to go ahead and file the papers this morning. A woman can't figure out how to put creamer in a coffee or get the right cream in a coffee. Don't deserve to be married to me. But she does cook pretty good, so I better keep her around. Right here it is. You think I'm lying? Right there. Went right there,
bless 'em.
came right out of there. Now I'm sick, I'll never drink coffee again. Good morning.
That's the way to break them. If you can't join them, beat them. That's the way to do it. Hey, Priscilla, good to see you. Love you. So let someone ask me to make their coffee. See what happens. Oh, poor guy. That reminds me of when I came from the hospital. When I had my eyes took care of. They wrap them up so you can't see. And Sky, she says, Mama, she says, you need anything? I said, well, you can get me some drink if you want. And I said, can you get it? Can you open it? She says, yeah, Mama, I got it. I get it for you. So she went to the refrigerator and she was there for a while. And she come back, she says, here, Mama, here's you something to drink. And I took a big old sip of it, and it was iced tea. I thought I was going to die. I said, come on. I said, your mama don't drink tea. She says, well, Mama, you need to. It's good for you. But that's what that reminds me of. My dad got a good kick out of that. Hey, Priscilla, good to see you. Love you, sister. I haven't. I just put extra coffee in the filter so it would be extra. It will walk. It's like sludge coming out of the coffee machine when I was younger. Bitbot. It was so thick. I haven't done that, but it's a good idea. No, Tracy isn't in yet, but she should be coming in. Let me see. And then Darlene sent me this one. This one, Trump's pretty smart on this one. This is a good idea. How to, if it doesn't work out, hey, he did it.
JD, you're signing the Iran deal. Not me. You, your name, your pen, your problem.
Sir, this is the biggest deal in decades. Shouldn't the president sign it?
If it works out, I'm taking the credit. Full credit, nobody else. If it doesn't work out, I'm blaming you on Truth Social at 3 a.m. with capital letters. Very public.
So I get the blame, but not the credit?
Now you understand the job. Welcome to being Vice President JD. Sign it, smile for the camera. And if Iran calls, don't pick up. Let it ring. That's a power move. I invented it.
What if they break the deal?
Then I never met you. Good luck, JD.
If it goes wrong, blame it on JD. Darlene sent that one. Alrighty. Let me see. Oh, this one. This one will irritate the far out of you. Oh, Michael here needs to sit down and stop talking. She needs to learn her place here. Look at what Michael said at the grand opening of Obama's crappy. I wouldn't even I don't know what you'd call it. Junkyard. There you go. Listen to what she said.
Lady Michelle Obama. She spoke at yesterday's opening of the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. Listen to what she said about undocumented immigrants.
The immigrants proving what it truly means to be a dreamer. These folks aren't Americans too. They are America. They are the beating heart of this country. They are us, and we are them.
Those comments came just hours after DHS confirmed that an illegal immigrant, a dreamer, is the accused ringleader in the alleged terror plot to attack the White House Freedom 250 event on Sunday. He was granted deportation relief in 2014 under the Obama-era DACA program after failing to leave the country when his visa expired. Your thoughts, Jono?
Well, I disagree with the First Lady, the former First Lady. I think the heartbeat of America are our veterans, our men and women in uniform, police officers, firefighters, those who keep us safe and ensure that we have the rights to go out and do whatever we're going to do and feel protected in the process. And that's what I think virtue signaling comes in here with the Obamas. You have numerous contractors, black contractors that helped build the Obama Center, and they're not getting paid. You're talking about millions of dollars. We're talking about people who went through bankruptcy. You got thousands of people that have been shot and killed in Chicago. You can go back to when President Obama was elected, even before then. They never mentioned it. They never talked about it. So you can, keep the good, thoughtful, as you would consider it, liberal language, and talk about the truth. And the truth is the Obamas did fail this country, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, and then there was this. Critics also mocking the Obama Presidential Center event for opening with a land acknowledgement. Listen to this.
We'd also like to take a moment to recognize the original inhabitants of the land upon which we are gathered today. We honor the Anishinaabe, the Council of Three Fires, the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi nations.
All right, so a lot of people had a response to that. One user wrote, quote, land acknowledgements are funny because the real message is, I want to say I care, but I don't really care, or I wouldn't have built this on land which I just said is yours. Another quip, so you just went ahead and built on that land anyways, huh? Valerie Jarrett with a real Billie Eilish moment there.
Again, John, virtue signaling. If it's their land, give it back to them. But once you have that conversation, or if they were to sue, they would say, no, it's our land. It's our land. It's our land. You can't make this stuff up, John.
Last I checked, Billie Eilish didn't give back her mansion either. John Caldwell, I was going to catch up with you.
And have no expectations to. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks. Have a great weekend. See you.
So that's all that signaling they're doing out there. They're trying to stir the pot and get honestly, I don't know what they're doing. They don't even make sense. Everybody sees through it. They just need to sit down and go on with herself. Okay, Gator Girl, I know you're listening. And this one is for you because you like Tim Tebow. So this one is for you, this news clip that I found. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. Love you.
Losing the battle and we are losing the war, and boys and girls are suffering for it. And to give you an idea of the scope of what's happening in America, that's just a 6-month screenshot of the U.S. And every red dot that is on there is someone that is downloading, sharing, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. But the question is, will we actually accept the responsibility of caring for these boys and girls and truly protecting them?
Well, that is former college and pro football player Tim Tebow testifying before Congress back in March about online child exploitation. He's the founder and chairman of the Tim Tebow Foundation and advocated for legislation addressing this issue. He joins us tonight. Tim, thanks for being here.
Of course, Brad. Thanks so much for having me.
This is a big deal. I don't think people fully understand how big a deal.
Yeah, it really is. It's a huge win. I'm so grateful for Congress and all of the members that pushed this through, for the Renewed Hope Act to pass. And I really believe thousands of boys and girls are going to have a different outcome in life because of it. I mean, what we're talking about is right now at the Cybercrime Center at C3, which is, they have 7 victim identification specialists. But right now in the ICSA database, there are 89,000 series of boys and girls that have been raped and abused, and they're unidentified. Could you imagine if you are one of 7 people, and they're amazing, they're the tip of the spear. Could you imagine if you were one of those 7, your job was to identify all those boys and girls? There's no chance. But with the Renewed Hope Act and the training, and now going from 7 to 200 victim identification and forensic specialists, we have a chance now of pushing this fight back, because ultimately we are losing. We're getting our butts kicked in so many areas, and we have a chance now with this. And there's a lot more legislation, and there's a lot more people that need to join this fight, but at least we have a better chance. That means those boys and girls have a better chance that are going through the worst moments of their lives, and then it's getting replayed on the internet and then on the dark web over and over and over again. And I really believe many of them have been praying that someone show up, but we've been way too late for so many of them. Let's stop being as late, and let's get there for so many of these boys and girls that are in the worst moments of their life.
Yeah, you've been advocating for this for a long time. This provision to combat the child exploitation signed into law gives $108 million to hire 200 new child exploitation investigators and analysts, as you mentioned. And the DHS is going to staff up. And you look at these numbers on online enticement reports to the cyber tip line. 292,000 the first 6 months of 2024, 518,000 in the first 6 months of 2025. I mean, it seems like this is exploding.
It is, and it's growing every single day. A couple years ago, the first time that we testified, that number in the ICSA database, it wasn't 89,000. It was 57,000. And with all the law enforcement, our team and partners and so many people that have been fighting in this space in the last 2 years, 20,000 boys and girls have been identified and or rescued. But that number is still at 89,000. That means that really that number has risen to 109,000. So it is growing exponentially, and we have to be able to have more people in the fight, better technology, better training to be able to fight back against this evil. Because let's be honest, it is so easy for members of our community and around the world. Before, you had to take a lot of steps. Right now, you can get on the internet, on your phone, or wherever you're at. You can download peer-to-peer trading networks. And we also know, you got to see a little bit of that red dot map, the 6-month screenshot of more than 330,000 unique IP addresses downloading and sharing child rape images under the age of 12. But we also know that 55 to 85% of them that are downloading are also hands-on offenders. And we also know that your average offender has 13 victims in your lifetime. So every time we can protect a kid and put one of those offenders behind bars, we protected a whole lot of other kids as well.
That's amazing stats. You've had a lot of success on the gridiron, on TV, but it sounds like this is a big, successful movement that's changing things. Tim, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother. We still got a lot of work to go.
God bless. God bless him. He's doing great work for the children. So I thought you would have liked to see that Gator Girl. Alrighty, let me see what else I got. Oh yeah. Gator Girl, SL and Susan loves them too over here on Rumble. They love Tim Tebow. Okay, I also found this one. And it's the sheriff talking about taking the ringleader of the one who had the plot at the DC fight. They're talking to the sheriff that took the guy down.
Search for suspect in the alleged plot to attack the UFC event at the White House, leading investigators to Abraham Alvarez, an illegal immigrant from Mexico. He's accused of being the ringleader, and he was arrested in Omaha, Nebraska. Sheriff Aaron Hansen is the sheriff of Douglas County, Nebraska. Thank you for being here. Here's the file folder that we have on him. Charged with conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to commit violence on White House grounds, and an illegal alien from Mexico. He was granted DACA, which is the Dreamer policy. That was in 2014 under the Obama administration. He's quite smiley there in his mugshot. What else do you know?
Well, thanks, Dana. You know, I know that I'm very proud of our Douglas County Sheriff's Office investigators that work collaboratively with our partners in the Omaha Police Department and State Patrol to help assist this FBI-led investigation against Abram Alvarez. I mean, this terrorist plot could have endangered the lives of multiple people at the UFC 250 event at the White House that day, and it could have even endangered the life of the president. And what's frustrating for me as sheriff, Dana, as someone who has a statutory obligation to keep my community safe, is that, you know, Alvarez never should have been here to begin with. He shouldn't have been in Omaha or in Nebraska. He was an illegal immigrant who overstayed a visa in 2001. Unfortunately, he was granted DACA status by the Obama administration in 2014. And I think we're seeing now how that policy ultimately placed our nation and my community at risk.
So he's been here since he was a little kid. And he was given that DACA designation in 2014. I'm curious, when did you get on his trail? How soon before the UFC event?
Sure. Well, the FBI had been alerted days prior. Obviously, this has been reported publicly, so I'm not releasing anything that's sensitive, as this is an ongoing investigation. But immediately upon realizing that there was a Nebraska connection, our local FBI office in Omaha, the special agent in charge, Gene Kell, activated one of our task force officers with the Joint Terrorism Task Force. That's a Douglas County Sheriff's deputy that's connected to the FBI JTTF task force. And that investigation started immediately. It was almost around-the-clock surveillance on Alvarez and the location at which he was staying, as well as other companion investigations which are occurring.
Do you know if he was speaking with or working with, collaborating with anyone else in Nebraska?
You know, that investigation is still ongoing at this time. I know that we've taken over, we have over 20 suspects on this national plot, and we've taken 5 into custody across the nation. And so now the work comes, after we've taken Alvarez into custody, is doing that follow-up investigation to determine who was he connected with both nationally and locally to ensure that we have mitigated this threat. I mean, again, this could have been a terrible terrorist attack on our nation, and we want to make sure that not only our nation, but here in Nebraska, that our people are safe as well.
Sheriff, is he in jail now?
He is in jail. Currently, he's incarcerated at Douglas County Corrections right here in Douglas County.
Okay. We'll follow this, and thank you for being here on the show today.
Thank you, Dana.
He sounds like a good sheriff. He sounds like a good one. Hey, Dee, good to see you. Love you, brother. Goldie, good to see you also. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we got 1 minute. One minute. Well, we got 1 minute. I'm going to do this little funny.
Tell me why you won't give me some good steak. Tell me why you won't give me a cheesecake. Tell me why you never give me what I want. And I want a croissant.
Love it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing a gay through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
USA, USA, USA. Now, for our soldiers that give the ultimate sacrifice. Rest in peace, heroes. Thank you for your service. Oh, it's okay, Christopher. We know you're listening. You do what you need to do, buddy. Alrighty. Now for the lives that was stolen by the illegal immigrants. And they are so many more. Rest in peace, angels. Praying for your families.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Yeah, 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the
We have to keep trusting in God and believing. Rest in peace, angels. And we're praying for each and everyone's family. All right. Are y'all ready for Malachi? Sky picked this one out. I'm going to play it while I grab my Malachi, the study guide, real quick.
Man, these stakeouts make me so nervous. What are these guys supposed to get here anyway, Reynolds? What? They're here? I'm not ready for this, and I don't want to die. Ah! Cover me! Sweet mother of mercy, I'm caught in the crossfire. Keep your head down, keep your head down. Okay, Reynolds, I think they're gone. But I gotta ask you, why on earth did you wear a high-vis jacket, man?
Okay, here we go with Malachi. Everybody got their snacks? Here we go.
The book of the prophet Malachi. He lived about 100 years after the Israelites had returned from their Babylonian exile, and his message was directed to the people who had been living in Jerusalem for some time now. The temple had been rebuilt a while ago, and things were not going well. Just remember the stories from Ezra and Nehemiah. Now, when the Israelites first returned from exile, their hopes were high. They would return and rebuild their lives and the temple. All of the great promises of the prophets would come true. The Messiah would come and set up God's kingdom over a unified Israel and over the nations and bring justice and peace for all. But that's not what happened. The Israelites who repopulated the city proved to be just as unfaithful to God as their ancestors, resulting in poverty and injustice. And so in Malachi, we find out just how corrupt this new generation has become. The book's designed as a series of disputes, and most sections begin with God saying something, making a claim or an accusation, and then Israel will disagree or question God's statement. And then God will respond and offer the last word. This happens 6 times. In the first 3 disputes, God exposes Israel's corruption, and in the final 3 disputes, he confronts their corruption. And the overall impression you get from these arguments and disputes is that the exile fundamentally didn't change anything in the people. Israel's hearts are as hard as ever. The first dispute starts when God says that he still loves his covenant people despite their failures. And Israel rudely objects, saying, "How have you shown us any love?" And so God reminds them of how he graciously chose the family of Jacob, their ancestor, to become the carrier of God's covenant promises, instead of Esau, his brother, and the family that came from him, who eventually came to ruin. Remember the stories from Genesis and the book of Obadiah. And so right from this first dispute, Israel is exposed as suspicious, doubting God's love and faithfulness. The second dispute exposes a problem with Israel's second temple. God accuses the people of despising and defiling the temple. And the people fire back, "How have we despised you?" And so God responds by focusing on the people, how they're bringing shamefully lame offerings of these sick, blemished animals that show that they don't value or honor their God. But it's not just the people, it's the priests too who run the temple. They not only tolerate but participate in these corrupt forms of worship. From top to bottom, God's people have proven faithless. In the third dispute, God accuses the Israelite men of treachery against him and their wives, which of course they deny. And God exposes the toxic combination of idolatry and divorce taking place. You have Israelite men marrying non-Israelite women and then adopting the worship of their wives' ancestral gods into their homes. Remember the story from Nehemiah chapter 13. And so Malachi connects this to a wave of men divorcing their wives for no good reason. And the people are all fine with this. And Malachi says, no, it's a betrayal of your covenant with God. And so Malachi transitions into the second set of disputes that confront Israel's rebellion. So the fourth dispute begins with the Israelites accusing God of neglect, saying, "Where is the God of justice?" They see injustice and corruption abounding, and God seems to do nothing. So God responds by saying that he'll send a messenger who will prepare the people for God's personal return in the day of the Lord. He will come like fire to purify his people and to remove idolatry and sexual immorality and injustice so that only the faithful remnant is left to become his people. In the fifth dispute, God calls the people to turn back to him, to which the people say, "How can we turn back?" And so God confronts their selfishness. He shows how they've stopped offering a tithe of their income to the temple. Now, that word tithe just means 1/10. It's the amount of their income and produce that the Israelites were to annually donate to support the temple and its priests. The practice is laid out in different parts of the Torah. Now, we know from Malachi and from the book of Nehemiah that the people were neglecting this responsibility, and so the temple was falling into disrepair. And so God confronts them. He says he wants to bless them with abundance, but only if they're going to be faithful. In the final dispute, the people accuse God and say that it's pointless to serve him. They observe wicked, prideful people succeeding in life, and God does nothing. And God's response, for the first time in the book, is not a speech, but rather a short story about the faithful remnant in Israel, people who fear the Lord, and they love to get together and talk about how to honor God and serve him. And so God orders that a scroll of remembrance be written for these people, so that they can read the scroll and remember God's character and promises. Malachi, he's reflecting here on the divine gift of the scriptures, how they point us to the past to remember what God has done in order to inspire faithfulness and hope for the future. Which leads to the conclusion of the book. It picks up and develops the imagery of the fourth dispute about the coming day of the Lord, but it develops it further. God says that he's appointed a day of purifying judgment that will consume the wicked from among his people. But what the conclusion adds is the future of the faithful remnant, because for them, the day of the Lord is not a threat, it's a cause for joy. It'll be like the rays of the rising sun that bring healing and life and hope for the future. And so Malachi's disputes come to a close, but there's still a bit more to this book. The final 3 verses, they're not part of the disputes, and actually they function like a concluding appendix, bringing closure not just to Malachi, but to the whole collection of the Torah and the prophets. So first, the reader is called to remember the law, or the Torah, of my servant Moses. This recalls the story and the laws of the covenant that you find in the first 5 books of the Bible. But then we hear this summary of the books of the prophets. I will send the prophet Elijah before the day of the Lord, who will restore the hearts of God's people. So this conclusion, it summarizes the Torah and the prophets as a unified story that points to the future. Israel was redeemed by God, and then they betrayed him through their rebellion and hard hearts, breaking the laws of the Torah. But the scriptures anticipate a future day when God's going to send a new prophet, a Moses, a new Elijah, who will restore God's people and heal their hard hearts. Remember all of the promises from Deuteronomy and Jeremiah and Ezekiel. And so this concluding appendix presents the scriptures as a divine gift to read and to ponder and to pray over. They tell the truth about the human condition, about our selfishness and our sin. But they also announce God's promise that one day he would send a messenger and then show up personally to confront evil, to restore his people and bring his healing justice. And it's that future hope that Malachi and the Torah and all of the prophets are about.
So that's the book of Malachi. Alrighty. Are y'all ready? Y'all, Tracy is going to be upset with y'all over here on YouTube. As soon as she comes in, or tomorrow, or when she rewatches this, because no one is feeding no one is feeding me snacks. She always keeps me snacking. So y'all are going to be in trouble when Tracy sees how y'all treat me with no snacks. So y'all just wait. Y'all are going to be in trouble when Tracy sees such actions. I'll get it out in a minute. Okay, now for the quiz. Let me grab it real fast. Alrighty. over here. Yep, that looks perfect. Okay. Here we
Get to
go.
hit the subscribe button and like this video to support our content.
Aw,
After the
thank you,
quiz, share
Susan.
your score in the comments. We love seeing how well you do. Are you ready? Let's get started. Question 1. What is the central theme of the book of Malachi?
That's
A,
healthy.
the importance of temple rituals. B, the fidelity in marriage. C, the restoration of proper worship and covenant faithfulness. D, the history of Israel.
Alrighty, let me see. I am thinking C. I'm using my logic here, and I'm going with C. Let's see. I can handle the grapes and the apple. Oh, there you go, Darlene. Now we're talking. Now we're hot. Darlene, now we're burning up. There we go. Now Tracy's gonna be happy when she sees such. Alrighty, we got Christopher coming in hot with a C. We got Darlene with a C. And we got D with some old broccoli. Not even right. Hey, Bit Bite. Good to see you.
So where's the cheesy broccoli?
D just throwing that broccoli. He ain't giving no cheese on it. You just get the plain Jane raw, uncooked broccoli.
Okay. SL with a C, Susan C, and I took C.
Okay, and D with a C. D, if you're going to make me work like this, you're going to have to feed me better.
Answer C, the restoration of proper worship and covenant faithfulness. The central theme of the book of Malachi is the restoration of proper worship and covenant faithfulness, as Malachi calls out the people, especially the priests, for their neglect and corruption of the temple rituals and their disregard for God's covenant. Question 2. How does Malachi address the issue of corrupt priesthood? A, by praising their efforts. B, by ignoring their faults. C, by condemning their actions and calling for reform. D, by recommending their dismissal.
Oh, I'm going with C again. Oh, Darlene, hit the cookie jar. Yeah, but I'm the toddler, D. I don't like healthy food. We got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene coming in hot with a C. And we got D with a C. And here comes Chris. Chris. Good boy.
All right, Susan with a C, SL with a C, and I with a C.
Okay, the answer is...
Answer C, by condemning their actions and calling for reform. Malachi addresses the issue of corrupt priesthood by condemning their improper and disrespectful practices and calling for a return to reverence and adherence to the laws that govern sacrifices and temple conduct. Malachi 1-6:14. Question 3. What specific accusations does Malachi make against the people of Judah? A, they are overly generous. B, they neglect the poor. C, they are faithful in tis. D, they bring blemished offerings and fail in their marital duties.
D.
Oh, D, you sound like someone else. We got Christopher with a D. We got Darlene with a D. And we got D coming in hot with a D.
Vessel with a D. Susan with a D. And I went with a D. All D.
Oh, Darlene. Bless you. Here we go. See, now I got
Answer
my energy.
D. They bring blemished offerings and fail in their marital duties. Malachi accuses the people of Judah of bringing blemished offerings to the Lord, a violation of the law, and of dealing faithlessly with the wives of their youth, which signifies the broader disregard for covenant commitments. Malachi 1-8, 2:14-16. Question 4. What is Malachi's stance on divorce and marital faithfulness? A. He encourages divorce. B. He condones multiple spouses. C. He condemns divorce and calls for faithfulness. D. He is indifferent to marital issues.
C.
Yeah, that's what I'm not for sure, but I'm going with. Oh, I'm going with you. C. Well, that's good. D. It's good that the kids eat fruits and vegetables. D, you're making me say things. And we got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene with a C. And we got D with a C.
SL, Tina would never drink a V8. I'd like to see her try.
Stop it, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're waiting for me?
Yeah, I've already called my 3.
There you go. SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I took C.
I have been talked into I do eat veggie and fruit gummies now, so I do but I couldn't any other way, I don't think. So here we go.
Answer C. He condemns divorce and calls for faithfulness. Malachi strongly condemns divorce and marital unfaithfulness, emphasizing the sanctity of marriage and the importance of fidelity in covenant relationships. Malachi 2:14-16. Question 5. How does Malachi describe the coming day of the Lord? A. As a peaceful and joyful day. B. As a day of darkness and judgment. C. As a day of great harvest. D. As a day of reunions.
Bravo.
Okay. I think I'm going with B too. Well, D, I know it's not the same, but it's better than nothing at all because I wouldn't have anything at all. We got Christopher with a B. We got Darlene coming in hot with a B. And we got D with a B.
Okay, we have Susan with a B, SL20 with a B, and I went with B.
B is across the board.
Answer B. As a day of darkness and judgment. Malachi describes the coming day of the Lord as a day of darkness, not light, filled with judgment against the sinners, serving as a purifying force that will refine and cleanse. Malachi 4:1, 3-2. Question 6. What warning does Malachi give to the priests about their duties? A. He encourages them to seek wealth. B, he warns them to be faithful in their duties or face God's curse. C, he tells them to focus on politics. D, he supports their neglect.
Chris, I've never heard of veggie straws. Never.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No, no,
Like
it
you
doesn't.
stick it in the Coke and you get your veggies?
I'll just stick with the gummies. Okay, I'm good. We got Christopher with a B coming in hot. We got Darlene with a B. And we got D with a B. They're like chips. You know that, Bitbot? They're like chips.
SL said they're like hot fries.
Oh.
Well, same thing, maybe. I don't. All right, so SL with a B, Susan with a B, and I went with B.
Alrighty. B's across the board again.
Answer B, he warns them to be faithful in their duties or face God's curse. Malachi warns the priests that they must honor God in their duties and follow the covenantal laws properly or face the consequences, including curses, a stark reminder of their responsibilities. Malachi 2:1-2. Question 7. What does Malachi say about the practice of tithing? A, he discourages tithing. B, he commands people to stop tithing. C, he encourages full and faithful tithing. D, he says tithing is optional.
I'm going with C.
Yes.
I don't know, Chris, about ranch. I don't know. That may turn me against ranch, so I rather play it safe. Darlene's got some good snacks going on right there. We got Christopher with a C. We got D coming in hot with a C. And we got Darlene with a C. C again.
Susan with a C, SL with a C, and I also picked C.
Oh, this is the C quiz.
Answer C. He encourages full and faithful
tithing. The last
tithing.
one we had like this
Malachi
with 30
emphasizes the
questions
importance of full and faithful tithing as part of honoring God and maintaining the covenant, accusing the people of robbing God by withholding tithes and offerings, and inviting them to test God's blessings by being obedient in this area. Malachi 3:10. Question 8. What prophecy does Malachi make about a messenger preparing the way for the Lord? A, a messenger will bring wealth. B, a messenger will rewrite the laws. C, a messenger will come to prepare the way for the Lord. D, no messenger will come.
Chris already had C in there. I'm going with C. We got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene coming in hot with a C. And we got D with a C.
All right, we have Susan with a C, SL20 with a C, and I pick C.
Alrighty. C's again across the board.
Answer C. A messenger will come to prepare the way for the Lord. Malachi prophesies that a messenger will come to prepare the way before the Lord, a reference fulfilled in the New Testament by John the Baptist, who prepares the way for Jesus. Malachi 3:1. Question 9. How does Malachi contrast the behaviors of the righteous and the wicked? A. He claims there is no difference. B. He praises the wicked for their fates for the righteous and the wicked. D. He focuses only on the righteous.
All right now, boys. Now y'all straighten up. Tracy's in the house. Tracy, the boys are being mean to me. Darlene's trying to come back, but they're out vegetabling and fruiting her. Let me see. I say C. And Darlene's coming in hot with a C. And Christopher with a C. And D with a C. I told them they was going to be in trouble, Tracy, when you got in.
We have straight C's over at Rumble.
Alrighty. We got C's across the board. Lord. Chris. D.
Answer
Really?
C. He outlines distinct fates for the righteous and the wicked. Malachi clearly contrasts the behaviors and resulting fates of the righteous and the wicked, promising that the righteous will be spared as God's treasured possession on the day he acts, while the wicked will face harsh judgment. Malachi 3:18, 4-1. Question 10. What are the consequences for those who do not fear the Lord according to Malachi? A. They will be blessed. B. They will be praised. C. They will face the harsh judgment of God. D. There are no consequences.
I'm going with C once again. I think they need time out, Tracy. Okay, we got Darlene with a C. We got Christopher with a C. We got D with a C. See, D, I'm getting weak.
Yep. SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I picked C.
Alrighty.
Answer C. They will face the harsh judgment of God. Malachi states that those who do not fear the Lord will face the harsh judgment of God, particularly on the coming day of the Lord, which will be a time of reckoning for the wicked. Malachi 4:1. Question 11. What blessings does Malachi promise for those who fear the Lord? A. They will be forgotten. B. They will be cursed. C. They will be remembered in the book of remembrance. D. They will be wealthy.
What? What am I missing over on YouTube?
I removed Chris's comment.
He deleted it, or you deleted it?
Yep.
Okay. I missed it.
Oh, not again, C.
It's a C party.
We got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene with a C. We got D with a C. Hey, now my daughter loves the lemons. She'll eat them raw. Poor Chris, Susan. Come on. You're supposed to be on my side.
We all had C's over here. Didn't I say that? Maybe not. SLC, Susan C, and I had C. Sorry, I was distracted.
All these C's going on. Here we go.
Answer C. They will be remembered in the book of remembrance. Malachi promises that those who fear the Lord will be remembered in a special book of remembrance, implying they will be spared and blessed in the day of judgment, recognized as belonging to God. Malachi 3:16-17.
Malachi.
Question 12. How does Malachi describe God's judgment against sorcerers, adulterers, and liars? A. He ignores their sins. B, he promises to swiftly witness against them. C, he rewards them. D, he encourages their behavior.
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going with B this time. Because I'm using my logic.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Christopher with a B. Darlene with a B. And D with a B.
SL20 with a B, Susan with a B, and me with a B.
Alrighty.
Answer B, he promises to swiftly witness against them. Malachi describes God's judgment against sorcerers, adulterers, and liars by stating that God will swiftly witness against them, ensuring that justice is meted
It's
out
okay,
for their
Tracy.
actions. Malachi,
Take
3
your
to 5.
time.
Question 13.
Love you.
What does
Praying for
Malachi
you.
predict about the future of the Levitical priesthood?
Now we're talking.
A, it will be abolished. B, it
You
will
and
become
Darlene's
corrupt.
got it now.
C, it will be purified and refined. D, it will be replaced by kings.
I'm saying C. We
Correct.
got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene with a C. We got D with a C.
SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I also pick C.
Alrighty.
Answer C, it will be purified and
Ooh, I
refined.
about missed that one.
Malachi predicts that the Levitical priesthood will undergo a process of purification and refining, making them pure as in days of old, restoring the proper worship and sacrifices acceptable to God. Malachi 3 to 3-4. Question 14. How does Malachi depict the relationship between God and Israel? A, as a relationship of equals.
I see.
B, as a broken relationship beyond repair. C, as a covenantal relationship where God is a faithful father. D, as a legal contract.
Alrighty. We got, I think, I'm going with C. Bless this quiz.
Yeah, that rule seems to apply, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We got Christopher with a C. We got D with a C. And we got Darlene coming in hot with a C. And Tracy with a C. Oh, Lord. Tracy's giving me steak now. Woo-hoo.
Stop. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, SL with the C, Susan with the C, and I took C. We're good.
Alrighty.
We might even get through this.
Maybe.
Answer C, as a covenantal relationship where God is a faithful father. Malachi depicts the relationship between God and Israel as a covenantal one, where God is portrayed as a faithful father who has been wronged by his children, calling them back to faithfulness.
Stop it.
Malachi 1-6, 2:10. Question 15. In what way does Malachi refer to the covenant of Levi? A, as a new covenant. B, as a covenant of life and peace. C, as an irrelevant covenant. D, as a temporary covenant.
Okay, let me see.
It's gotta be B.
Yep. Finally, a B.
There you go.
Okay.
Salad.
We got Darlene with a B. We got Christopher with a B. And we got D with a B. And Tracy coming in hot with a B.
So with a B, Susan with a B, and me with a B.
All right. The answer is
Answer B, as a covenant of life and peace. Malachi refers to the covenant of Levi as a covenant of life and peace, intended to bring about reverence and a proper relationship between the priest and God, emphasizing the priest's role in teaching true instruction and maintaining knowledge. Malachi 2-5-7. Question 16. What issue does Malachi raise concerning social justice? A. Encouragement of social inequality. B. Approval of the oppression of the poor. C. Condemnation of exploiting workers, widows, orphans, and foreigners.
Oh, heck
D.
no.
Support for higher taxes on the poor.
Oh, righty. I am going with C. Darlene's coming in with C. Christopher's coming in with a C. And D is coming in hot with C.
And we have straight C's on Rumble.
Ready.
Answer C. Condemnation of exploiting workers, widows, orphans, and foreigners. Malachi raises significant issues concerning social justice, particularly condemning the exploitation and mistreatment of workers, widows, orphans, and foreigners, emphasizing that such actions are against God's will. Malachi 3-5. Question 17. What does Malachi say about the Son of Righteousness? A. It will bring darkness and despair. B. It will rise with healing in its rays. C. It will never rise again. D. It will burn all crops.
Oh, I'm thinking B.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, why doesn't it show up? Because I didn't hit enter. There we go.
We got Christopher with a B. And we got D coming in hot with B's. And we got Darlene with a B.
And we have straight B's over on Rumble again.
Alrighty. The answer is Tracy
Answer
with a B.
B. It will rise with healing in its rays. Malachi prophesies about the Son of Righteousness, which he says will rise with healing in its rays, bringing salvation and restoration to those who revere God's name. Malachi 4-2. Question 18. How does Malachi challenge the people's perception of God's justice? A. By agreeing that God is unjust. B. By denying the existence of divine justice. C. By reaffirming God's justice and challenging their misconceptions. D. By ignoring their complaints.
C.
Yeah, C. I'm playing whack-a-mole over here.
Leave it up. It's not just you, it's for all of us. I'm sorry. I need that coffee. Thanks, Chris. You can have Tracy's.
For you.
Oh, that might keep me awake.
Tracy's. We got Christopher with a C.
With a cup of coffee. C for coffee.
Oh. Okay, now you've got to read YouTube now. Go on. You started it. All the C's you got to say.
Chris with with C.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Tracy with a C. Darlene with a C. Derek with a C. SL with a C. Susan with a C. And I have a cup of coffee, C as well. Are you having a cup of coffee? Are you having a cup of coffee too? A C? No?
No.
A Coke?
I refuse to answer the C's.
Okay.
Answer C. By reaffirming God's justice and challenging their misconceptions. Malachi challenges the people's perception of God's justice by reaffirming that God is just, and it is their actions that have turned away from his statutes. He invites them to return to God to witness his justice and blessings. Malachi 2:17, 3-7. Question 19. What is the significance of the book of remembrance mentioned in Malachi? A. It records the names of those who will be punished. B. It lists every sin committed by the people. C. It records the names of those who fear the Lord and honor his name. D. It is a myth and does not exist.
Alrighty.
Uh-oh.
It's
Let's see.
Christopher with a Darlene with a
You can say it. I'll stop.
Tracy with a Coca-Cola.
There you go.
With a Coca-Cola. Darlene with a Coca-Cola. And Christopher coming hot with a Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got 3 Cokes over here, Susan, SL, and myself. Cookies. You could have said cookies too.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Answer C. It records the names of those who fear the Lord and honor his name. The book of remembrance mentioned in Malachi is significant because it records the names of those who fear the Lord and honor his name, signifying that they will be remembered and spared in the day of judgment. Malachi 3:16.
Well, there he just said it
Question
right
20.
there.
How does Malachi describe the offerings of
That's a
Judah
little
and
better.
Jerusalem in the future? A. As corrupted and unacceptable. B. As plentiful but insincere. C. As pleasing and acceptable to the Lord. D. As no longer required.
I think if you went ahead and you taught AI prior, because every once in a while, like SL was saying earlier, they get the name right or get it really close. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You have to teach AI how to pronounce it first. So
Yeah,
obviously our
the ones of us who can't pronounce words too very well, they're confusing the crap out of us. We think we're saying it wrong.
no, we're saying it right.
Okay. I'm going with cookies again.
There you go.
Okay, we got Christopher with a cookie. We got Darlene with a cookie. We got Tracy with a chocolate chip cookie. And we got D with a box of cookies.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I went with a C too. 3 C's.
Okay, here we go.
Answer C. As pleasing and acceptable to the Lord. Malachi describes the future offerings of Judah and Jerusalem as pleasing and acceptable to the Lord, predicting the time when true worship will be restored and their offerings will be received favorably by God. Malachi 3-4. Question 21. What does Malachi say about the fates of the arrogant and evildoers? A. They will be promoted. B. They will be spared as a sign of mercy. C. They will be like stubble, burned up without a trace. D. They will become leaders.
if I was in school taking this test, if this was a test that I was getting, I would just go down the paper and just mark C.
Right.
And hope for the best. Okay, I'm picking a cookie again.
Oh.
Tracy with a chocolate chip cookie. D with a
Cup of
cream filled
cookies.
cookie. Christopher with a cookie. I don't see Darlene. Darlene! I'm giving Darlene a box of cookies because she's been good. She's been fighting my battles for me.
Yeah, SL, it's true. It is one of the easiest ones. SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I took C. But it is a common sense test. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Answer C.
So this is the
They will
last
be
one.
like stubble, burned up
I
without
looked
a
at the
trace.
other ones, and we're
Malachi
back.
says that the arrogant and the
to our
evildoers will
other
be like
one.
stubble on the day God acts. They will be burned up completely, leaving neither root nor branch, emphasizing the total and irrevocable nature of their judgment. Malachi 4:1. Question 22. What invitation does Malachi extend to the people to test God's blessings? A. To build more temples. B. To stop offering sacrifices. C. To bring the full tithes into the storehouse. D. To pray without ceasing.
Oh, I say cookie again. We got Christopher with a cookie.
Wow. Did you name all yours off? Did I miss that?
That's just now. Tracy come in hot with a chocolate chip cookie. I just got Chris and Tracy so far.
Okay. SL with a C, Susan with a C. I also have C.
And D with a cream filled cookie. And I'm giving Darlene a box of cookies. And Tracy's giving her a cookie. Christopher, you better not be talking sass to your mama.
So we're all in. I read mine already, right?
Okay.
Answer C. To bring the full tithes into the storehouse. Malachi extends an invitation to the people to test God's blessings by bringing the full tithes into the storehouse, promising that if they do so, God will open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. Malachi 3:10. Question 23. What role does the Lord promise to play for those who revere him, according to Malachi? A. A distant observer. B. A harsh judge. C. A son of righteousness with healing in its wings. D. An avenger.
I'm going to go with C.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not, actually. I'm yawning.
I'm going with C too.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the actual correct, and the other ones are no.
I'm going with C.
So we're all C over here in Rumble. Susan, SL, and myself. I'll see.
Okay. Tracy's over here threatening Chris with no outside time tomorrow if he didn't straighten up. Chris is saying, good try, Mom. Tracy coming in hot with a chocolate chip cookie. Christopher coming in with a cookie. Darlene with a chocolate chip cookie. And Dee coming in with a box of cookies.
Okay, we're all in. I
Did
went
you
first.
say yours?
I did.
Oh.
I went Etzel, Susan, and myself. We're all C.
Answer C.
No.
A son of righteousness with healing in its wings.
Where was I?
For those who revere him, the Lord promises to be like a son of righteousness that rises with healing in its rays, symbolizing deliverance and restoration. Malachi 4-2. Question 24.
We're at the top of the hour,
How does
or right
Malachi
by it.
address
Did
the
you want to
topic
just
of
go to
faithfulness
25,
in
or do you want to run it
stewardship
out?
and offerings? A. He says it is irrelevant.
That's up to y'all because Scott doesn't have to get up early. So that's all up to what y'all want to do. I don't care.
We can go ahead and run it through then. There's only 6 left, or 7. So let's go.
Okay.
Oh,
here we go.
All right.
B. He condemns their stinginess and calls for faithful stewardship. C. He encourages them to keep their wealth. D. He tells them to only give offerings once a year.
Oh, I'm going with B. B. Christopher with a B.
Yep.
Tracy coming in hot with a B. And Darlene, we're given a B by Tracy.
All right. SL with a B, Susan B. I'm in with a B.
Alrighty, here we go.
Answer B. He condemns their stinginess and calls for faithful stewardship. Malachi addresses the topic of faithfulness in stewardship and offerings by condemning the people's stinginess and lack of respect in their offerings. He calls for them to bring full and unblemished offerings as a sign of their faithful stewardship. Malachi 1-8, 3:10. Question 25. What does Malachi prophesy about the impact of the Lord's coming on the priests? A. It will have no impact. B. It will lead to their disgrace. C. It will purify and refine them like gold and silver. D. It will result in their immediate removal.
I'm going with C again. Now, Christopher, you ain't got your partner in crime. Boom.
I don't think there's been an A, or unless there was one earlier, was there?
I can't remember a one. or was
no, we've had a D.
Have they been any D's?
Yes, D had D's. Remember way in the beginning? Way in the beginning.
But it was only one.
Yeah.
All of them's been C.
Or B.
C or B, but not many B's either. They'll throw one in every now and then to give us a bone.
Right.
We got Christopher with a C. We got Tracy with a C. And we got Darlene with a C.
And Susan C, SL C, and me with a C.
Here we go.
Answer C. It will purify and refine them like gold and silver. Malachi prophesies that the Lord's coming will have a purifying and refining effect on the priests, making them pure like gold and silver, so that they may once again offer acceptable sacrifices to the Lord. Malachi 3:3. Question 26. How does Malachi characterize the people's weariness of God? A, they are always enthusiastic about worship. B, they feel God is wearying them with demands. C, they complain about God's absence. D, they are weary of God's constant interventions.
Alrighty. I'm going with a B this time. Really? Yeah, I'm going with a B. Had to double look at that, make sure I wasn't getting my letters up sideways.
No, that's looking at them too. The answer is I'm going to go with B.
Yeah. Christopher said D. Huh. I still like B better.
Oh, no, he didn't. He said B.
Oh, B. Okay, Christopher with a B, and Tracy with a B,
Okay.
and Darlene with a B.
I'm going with a B. Susan's with a B, and SL20 is going to go with a D.
Alrighty, we'll see. Here we go.
Answer B, they feel God is wearying them with demands. Malachi characterizes the people's weariness of God by depicting them as complaining that God's expectations and the practice of proper worship are wearisome, indicating a deep spiritual malaise and misunderstanding of their covenant relationship. Malachi 1:13.
It's
Question
all right,
27.
SL.
What comparisons does Malachi make between Israel and Edom? A, Israel is less prosperous than Edom. B, Israel and Edom are equally righteous. C, Edom's destruction is certain, but Israel has a chance for restoration. D, Edom is more favored by God.
Lord mercy.
It's another C.
I'm going with C. Lord. Okay, we got Christopher with a C.
SL with a C, Susan with a C, and me with a C. We're
And
in.
Tracy with a C. And we're giving Darlene a C. Here we go. All C's.
Answer C, Edom's destruction is certain, but Israel has a chance for restoration. Malachi makes comparisons between Israel and Edom, noting that although Edom may try to rebuild from ruins, God's wrath is against them for destruction. In contrast, Israel has the promise of restoration if they return to the Lord, Malachi 1-4. Question 28. What judgment does Malachi declare on those who oppress the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger? A, they will be richly blessed.
A.
B, they will be forgiven without consequence. C, they will face God's swift judgment. D, they will be honored.
I'm going with a C.
Yeah, right? Again, SL said, common sense quiz.
Yep. We got Christopher.
We're idiots.
With a C. We got Tracy with a C. And we got Darlene with a C.
SL with a C. Susan with a C. And I with a C. And on X, I got a news update.
Answer.
What?
They detained another person trying to damage the reflection pool. I mean, come on. They think they're going to get off with with a little, oh, it's okay. No, they're facing years now. They aren't going to even play games. I love it. Go ahead.
I do too. They need it.
C, they will face God's swift judgment. Malachi declares that those who oppress the widow, the fatherless, and the stranger, those most vulnerable in society, will face God's swift judgment.
Welcome back,
reflecting God's
Darlene.
concern for
We
justice
miss
and the
you.
well-being of the vulnerable. Malachi
Tracy's
3-5.
been giving you some
Question 29.
answers.
How does Malachi prophesy the purification of the descendants of Levi? A. Through military conquest. B. Through natural disasters. C. Through a refiner's fire and launderer's soap. D. Through political reforms.
It's C, and I remember it.
Yep. I'm going with bit by C. And Christopher has a C. And Darlene has a C.
SL with a C, Susan with a C. I took C.
Okay, the answer is C.
Answer C. Through a refiner's fire and launderer's soap. Malachi prophesies that the descendants of Levi, the priestly tribe, will be purified through a process likened to a refiner's fire and launderer's soap, cleansing them of impurities and restoring their ability to offer righteous sacrifices to the Lord. Malachi 3-2-3. Question 30. What promise does Malachi end with regarding the coming of Elijah the prophet? A. Elijah will bring wealth to the people. B. Elijah will rewrite the laws. C. Elijah will reconcile families and turn hearts. D. Elijah will lead armies.
Don't tell me it's C again.
The last answer to the question, C.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, what are we like? 85%? 90%?
Yeah, I'd say close. Yeah, I'd say there's only about 4 B's and D's mixed in there.
Wow.
No A's I can remember. Okay, we got Christopher with a C. We got Darlene with a C. And we have Tracy coming in hot with the final answer with a C.
All right. We have SL with a C, Susan with a C, and I took C.
Okay, here we go.
Answer C. Elijah will reconcile families and turn hearts. Malachi ends with the promise that Elijah the prophet will come before the great and dreadful day of the Lord to reconcile families, turning the hearts of parents to their children and the hearts of children to their parents, thus preventing a curse upon the land. Malachi 4-5-6.
That's plumb rude.
Welcome to the Bible quiz.
No, we ain't doing you. We're done with you now. We're going to the other side. You're done. You're finished. You and your C's.
All right. Well, I'm going to log off so you can say goodnight. I'm sorry, unless you were going to say something.
I was going to mention that tomorrow night will probably be a video night.
Good. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And Tomorrow night will probably be a video night. We're going to look around and see what we can find. And that'll give us a day off on trivia. And then we start Monday on the New Testament, Matthew. And so far, they've all had the trivia website that we enjoy better. Put it that way.
Yeah, something of a challenge.
Yeah. So.
Yes, Susan, I will set up a raid for daily. Looks like the protesters are out acting stupid again. So I'll get that set up. All right, so I will get off here so you can say goodnight.
All right. Thank you. Love you.
You're welcome. Love you. Good night.
Good night. Okay. Okay, family. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here and for joining us. Please keep everyone on our prayer list in your prayers. We have Betty, Steve, and family. We have Dee for his recovery. Goldie for upcoming surgery on the 27th. And Dee's dad, we have T with her upcoming eye surgery. We have Darlene and her family and her friend Maddie. Keep them in your prayers. We have Bonnie, Cindy Chase. Keep them in your prayers. Cindy and Mel. Santa. Jared and Julius. Chris and any of his upcoming surgeries. And Tracy. Keep her in your prayers. Carrie. Gator Girl, that God heals and touches her because we miss her. And Gator Girl's mom, Landon, the young gentleman that is going on the mission trip to Mexico. Tina B, that God will give her strength and comfort. Frances, that God will reach down and touch her and give her a healing and touch her family and her and give her peace and comfort. And all of the unspoken prayer requests from our chat family. And keep each other in prayer because we don't know what each other is going through. But we know God does. And like I say, if God places someone on your heart or mind, stop and pray because we don't know what they're going through, but God does, and He placed them there for a reason, and we need to obey Him. And I love each and every one of y'all, and tomorrow night will be a sort of movie video night. And I will see you tomorrow night at 8:30. God bless and be safe.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking just straight, one outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life